At the opening of a two-day conference promoting the early enforcement of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT, the United Nations Messenger of Peace, Michael Douglas, called on leaders who have begun speaking out in favor of the world free of nuclear weapons to take action.
Now that leaders have made clear their understanding of the risks and stated forcefully the value of eliminating them, we must rally together to make these aspirations a reality.
The conference then proceeded to adopt a declaration urging the remaining states to ratify the nuclear test ban treaty.
May I take it that the conference now would like to adopt the final declaration, the draft? I see no objections, so it is decided, and I will use the gavel now to show my power. There it is. Thank you very much.
To date, the treaty has 181 signatories, and the number of ratifications has reached 150. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon noted that for the pact to enter into force, ratification by 9 countries are needed, including China, Egypt, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, India, Indonesia, Iran, Israel, Pakistan, and the United States.
We have only 9 states left whose ratification is essential for the entry into force of this very important treaty.
We are very satisfied by the result during the last 2 years, and we will continue to work very hard to convince others to join us.
The event on September 24, the 6th such conference to facilitate this treaty's entry into force, marked the first time in a decade that the United States has participated.
We believe the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty is an integral part of the non-proliferation and arms control agenda. And the President will work in the months ahead both to seek the advice and consent of the United States Senate to ratify the treaty and to secure ratification by others so that the treaty can finally enter into force.
The treaty was signed 30 years ago today by Clinton's husband, then President Bill Clinton, and other global leaders. 3 years later, the treaty was rejected by the U.S. Senate.
We rededicate ourselves to this effort, and we thank all of you who have continued the hard work over the last 10 years. We're happy to be back working with you. Thank you.
The foreign minister of the Marshall Islands spoke about his country's first-hand experience with nuclear tests and called for compensation to address the consequences still affecting his land and people.
The use and testing of nuclear weapons has created a burden and legacy of impacts which have lasted generations.
Dozens of nuclear test explosions were carried out in the Marshall Islands in the 1940s and 50s. TITV Weekly.